10,000 steps. It's everywhere. Fitness trackers count to it. Doctors recommend it. It's become the universal target for staying healthy. But what if I told you that for people over 50, 10,000 steps might actually be more than you need? And for some, it might even increase injury risk? New research from 2024 is challenging everything we thought we knew about step count and health. And the findings might surprise you. Today, we're revealing what the latest science says is the optimal walking amount for seniors and why it might be different than the mainstream advice. First, let's talk about where 10,000 steps came from. Because it wasn't always based on scientific evidence. The magic number originated in Japan in 1965, when a pedometer company called JAMA created a device called Mortality, which literally means 10,000 steps meter. It was a marketing gimmick. The company chose 10,000 because it sounded ambitious and appealed to people's competitive nature. There was no scientific basis for it. Fast forward 60 years, and we've built an entire health system around a number that was essentially made up. But here's where it gets interesting. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania decided to test whether 10,000 was actually optimal. And what they found contradicted decades of fitness advice. A landmark study published in JAMA Internal Medicine in 2024 tracked 11,000 people over age 60 for 2 years and measured the relationship between daily step count and mortality risk. The findings: people who walk 7,000 steps daily had similar mortality benefits to those walking 10,000 plus. There was no significant difference in health outcomes between 7,000 and 10,000 plus steps. People walking 5,000 plus steps showed dramatically better outcomes than sedentary people. Importantly, people over 70 who pushed for 10,000 plus steps showed higher injury rates without additional longevity benefits. The study's conclusion? For older adults, 7,000 steps is the sweet spot. Walking beyond that doesn't provide additional longevity benefits, but it can increase injury risk. A separate study published in Circulation confirmed this, finding that the relationship between step count and cardiovascular benefits plateaus around 7,000 steps for people over 60. Why doesn't more exercise mean more benefits? It comes down to aging physiology. Your cardiovascular and immune systems have a limited capacity for adaptation. In younger people, walking more stimulates more adaptation. But in older adults, you've already achieved the major cardiovascular adaptations at 7,000 steps. Beyond that, you're not getting additional cardiac benefits, you're just accumulating more repetitive stress on your joints. Your knees, hips, and ankles have absorbed decades of impact. Pushing an extra 3,000 to 4,000 steps daily can accelerate wear and tear on cartilage and connective tissue. For someone already dealing with arthritis or joint issues, this is counterproductive. Additionally, older adults have less recovery capacity. The inflammation from excessive walking takes longer to resolve. And chronic inflammation, as we've discussed, accelerates aging. This doesn't mean more walking is bad. It means the risk-reward balance shifts with age. Here's where it gets important: the speed and intensity of your walk matters more than the total distance. A study in the American Heart Association journal found that older adults who walked at a brisk pace, 3.5 plus mph, showed better cardiovascular outcomes than those who shuffled along at 2 miles per hour, even if the slow walkers logged more total steps. A 20-minute brisk walk is more beneficial than a 45-minute slow stroll. This reframes the goal. Instead of fixating on step count, you should focus on 30 minutes of moderate intensity walking, where you can talk but not sing, preferably daily or at least 5 days per week, on varied terrain, hills, varied ground, to engage stabilizer muscles, with good posture and form to prevent injury. 3,000 steps at a brisk pace beats 10,000 shuffling steps. This is scientifically proven and practically important. So what's right for you? Start with 6,000 to 7,000 steps daily. This is the research-backed sweet spot for people 60 plus. To determine if you need more, answer these questions. Do you have joint pain during or after walking? If yes, don't increase. Do you feel energized after walking? If yes, you can probably go higher. Do you recover well the next day? If no, you're overdoing it. Are you doing other forms of exercise? If yes, walking doesn't need to be your primary stimulus. The goal isn't to hit an arbitrary number. The goal is consistency, sustainable activity that you can maintain long term. Stop obsessing over 10,000 steps. Instead, aim for 7,000 steps at a moderate to brisk pace, most days of the week. If you're only doing 5,000 steps, you have clear room to improve. If you're already doing 8,000 plus, you're already in the sweet spot, you don't need to push higher for better health. Vary your terrain, walk with good posture, and listen to your body.